.org. Okay, there you go. You guys hear me? Okay. This is Alex from myfoottraction.org. And today we are in Red Hook right now. It's where I used to work at. It's close to where I used to work at. And this is actually a very nice neighborhood. And today we're going to be talking about the number one sign that he's a manipulator. And it's pretty much like the number one sign that you should definitely not be with those kind of guys. And if you see these I whistled. If you see these traits in a guy, you should definitely take it as a big warning that you should definitely step away. All right. And these things are subtle because they appear as though, he's trying to help, like he's a good person, but in reality it's more of a masquerade to manipulate. You see, and this is the highest form of manipulation. It's something that's very common, but that is extremely difficult to override and to ignore because it's so palpable. And the tactic they use could be extremely difficult for you to emotionally not invest in it. All right. All right, so let's get started. All right. Yo, by the way, I love this fucking microphone, yo. This microphone's amazing, yo. I could take it everywhere, right? It's crazy how good this mic is, yo. I love this mic. All right, give me a. Yeah, maybe I do. Okay, all right. So the number one sign of the guy that a guy is a manipulator is this. All right, give me a second. I think you guys can hear like the outside. It's okay. You guys can see me, right? Of course you guys could. All right. So the number one sign is when the guy takes on the role of the saint, the moral guy. You see, a lot of the times, the way that people manipulate others through guilt. You can't manipulate people through logic. Because a lot of times, logic is not enough to help us take action. We know that we have to do the right thing, but a lot of times that doesn't work. So, especially if you have low self-esteem, guilt is extremely useful against people with low self-esteem. You see, guilt is a tool that not only corrodes but works. So it works on you, but at the same time, it leaves scars that's permanent. You see, so that it makes you weaker for the next person. So whenever you notice that the guy is using guilt, like saying, aren't you this kind of girl, or like saying, or like when you feel that he's judging you and whatnot, those are the kind of guys you definitely step away from. Now, the more saintly he looks, you see, and the more he judges other people based on his standards without understanding that people are different. A lot of times they use that as a form of manipulation. You see, because they use the moral ground to stand on, to feel good, to get validated. And they use the contrast of you being the bad one in order to elevate themselves. You see? So that's one thing, man. Whenever you notice somebody using guilt, using tears, trying to use the past favors they did on you just to get you to do something for them, it's a sign that you should definitely step away from. Guys are very big on using guilt a lot of times. Yeah, this topic wasn't that long. I expected it to be a little deeper. All right, look, how about this? Look, check this out. All right. So I'm actually working on the podcast, and so I'm gonna give you guys a quick run around about the things that I'm gonna talk about, and also some things that are very important about what's gonna be happening on YouTube. Because I'll be honest with you guys, like YouTube is fucking up big time. YouTube is fucking up big time, right? I don't depend on it much as other YouTubers because thank God I have a skill that allows me to get revenue outside of YouTube ads, right? But like the revenue that I used to get, like fucking going down, man, like fucking dipping, like a fucking like it's just dipping, man. And it's incredible how much I'm getting like 80%. I lost 80% of the average revenue that I would get on a daily basis. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, whoa, shit, am I fucking up? It's like, is my content, like, is my content's ass now? Something like that. But what I'm noticing is that it doesn't matter. Like my views are still going up, my subscription is going up, but the revenue is going down. So I find it fascinating. I'm like, wow, man, like I really feel bad for the YouTubers who use this as an income and who depend on the revenue as income. Now, look, this is something that I learned in business. And again, I'm not the best business person in the world, but this is something I learned. I'm on Snapchat. Don't try that. Is the name of the Snapchat. Don't try that. Something I learned is that whenever you have one stream of revenue, oh shit, yo, fucking bees are so rude, man. Don't they know we're scared of them? They fucking just like roam around teasing you and shit. But whenever you have like one stream of revenue, it makes you, how can I say this? It makes you, let me see, it it puts you in a predicament. You see, no matter how stable it is, because you have one stream of revenue, it causes you to act to compromise yourself. You see, because damn, you know what? Anyways, I lost my train of thought. I'm losing my train of thought right now. So let's get started. All right. So in the 48 Laws of Power, I'm gonna be using the 48 Laws of Power as the first book of the podcast. All right. And the reason why I like this book is because it has so many applications to in life. All right. For example, let me read to you guys some of the notes. So the first law of power is never outshine the master. Now, when I'm talking about master, I'm not just talking about a master. I'm talking about anyone who's superior to you. You know, like anyone who's superficially superior to you, strength wise, or even role playing, like your boss, or like the roles that you guys play in the relationship, like the man is stronger and the woman is weaker, like stuff like that, like superficial superiority, not essence itself. So never outshine the master is the number one thing. Okay, so it says always make sure, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, do not go far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your make your masters appear more brilliant than they really are, and you will attain the heights of power. Now, this has so many different applications, like from dating to through collaboration, through working, because a lot of the times when we go into like a work situation, or for example, all right, let me use that example. I, okay, so a lot of the times, like let's say in Christian ministries, right? In Christian ministries, like I used to be preaching all that sort of stuff, and I got very good fast. But I never thought about it until now. But because I was so passionate about it that a lot of people disliked me because of it. Now, from my perspective, I was just being myself. I was just expressing myself and talking about the things that I know. And mind you, I had a lot more time in the day to get the fuck away, be shit. I had more time of the day to actually read more and study more. So that's why I knew a little bit more than them. But because of me being so outward, a lot of people limited me. A lot of people weren't inviting me to their churches. A lot of people were acting very mean to me, talking bad about me. And I was like, why they being dickheads? I'm like, why they being dickheads? But it was because I was flaunting my skills too much. Now, if I would have been wise enough and I said to myself, you know what, even though I know this, let me just shut the fuck up and make them feel like they know more. See, what tends to happen is that it makes them feel more comfortable around you, and they open more opportunities for you. So that right when you have that opportunity, then you pop out and talk all this shit, that not talk all the shit, but really show your talents once they elevated you to that position. But meanwhile, you want to be underestimated. You want to have those expectations low, so that once you get on that stage, they'll see what you're able to do, and the expectations, because they were so low, you fucking broke them all, you know. That's one application you can have from there. For another one is like with guys, when you're talking to guys, a lot of women are very successful. You know, you have a lot of successful women, and you're proudful of their success, but you wanna put it out there, and you also want to share your success. It's fucking normal. I also want to share my success, especially around people that I love. But it instills insecurity, especially if they knew you before your success. You see what I'm saying? Because not only will they be resentful because of the success, but also because of the change of status. Like now you're better, superficially. Now you're better, right? Now they see you differently. Even though you didn't change, they see you differently, because now if their values, if they value people with money, then that means their perception of you is going to change. It's inevitable. You see? So a lot of the times you're gonna get people who are resentful. So it's important for you to downplay yourself. It's important for you to say, you know what, I work a lot of hours and it's not as fun as it looks. You know what, I get very stressed out, man. And it really is not as fun as it looks. Nah, I don't make that much money because I gotta pay almost 90% in taxes. Like, you want to make it seem like you're suffering. Now, it's not that people are fucked up and they love hearing you suffer, but that because of people's natural insecurity, it's extremely difficult for them to step out of themselves and realize what's going on. So you can't really blame them. So as a result, you have to cater to them. You see, you have to cater to them. It's like a child who's crying. Like, okay, a child is crying because maybe he's hungry. A little baby, you can say, yo, baby, shut the fuck up. Hey, man up, you're a baby. Motherfucker, he's a baby. He doesn't know any better. Most people don't know any better. You got to be compassionate. You're the adult. Be a little smarter. Let go of your ego. You see? So those are the type of applications that a lot of times when you are successful, you want to flaunt them on Facebook. You want to flaunt the car that you have on Facebook, you know, the new Mercedes that you just bought, you know. But sometimes that's not smart. Like, I know you want to put out there what you did in life, but people are gonna feel resentful. You see, especially people who care about you, especially people who derive their sense of self through helping you out, like your parents. This is something that I even struggle with. Sometimes you want to be, sometimes you're very independent, right? And when you become independent, you say, you know, I don't need your help. And even though that's true, because you don't need, because you want to be independent, we have to be a little bit more conscientious and realize that the people who we love derived a lot of validation through helping you out. And so one of the things that the book says is that sometimes just for them, you wanna construct moments where you need them. You wanna make little mistakes that are reversible, but that puts them in a position where they're able to advise you. Why? Because because if they're not able to advise you, if they notice that you don't need, they're going to be a little, they're going deep down again, but like they're gonna feel like they're not needing. And anytime you make someone feel inferior than what they normally feel, they're going to feel negatively towards you one way or the other, you know. So you want to construct moments where you kind of fuck up and say, hey, I need this, or I don't know, I just don't feel good, I need your advice, simply to validate them. Now, is it a little weak or pussyfied? Yeah, but yo, we're humans, dude. Like, we're fucking humans. Like, we want to feel needed, and most people don't know any about this, you see. And the phrase, like, even with me, like, I struggle understanding that sometimes, and I had to realize that sometimes, like, it's okay to act weak just for the sake of helping them out, just for the sake of empowering somebody else. It's okay to do that. You see, you just have to do it. And again, I never outshine the master sounds like slave or like somebody's better than you, but that's more of a general way of talk of saying people who are above you, or who think themselves who are above you, and that you kind of depending on them in the past, you know. So yeah, see, that's why I don't really flaunt much of the things that I do. I don't tell my friends if I get any girls. I don't really. I try my best not to, you know, show off as much. You know, a lot of people, again, it's the normal instinct to show off the car that you got. It's the normal instinct to show off the hot girlfriend that you got. It's the normal instinct to talk about. But when people lack, when you're showing off all your fucking good toys and they're fucking home with the 2002 Dellcom laptop, again, it feels shitty. They can be like, that's good for you, motherfucker. I'm happy for you, asshole. Like, it's normal. They're gonna feel like you're showing off, and that's something that you would never notice. You would never notice if you're not aware that you're gonna say, why they're just being dick? Why are my friends changing? The reason why they're changing is not because they changed, but because they changed the perception of you. Money, superficially speaking, if you still value the superficial social standards that are placed upon us, which means that if you have money, you're different. You're made out of a different cloth. If people subscribe to that, then they will change the way they see you, and they're gonna say you changed, even though you didn't change. But because they value it, because of that extra value, suddenly there's an additional quality to you that changes your whole essence. At least it appears to be, but it's not the truth. But unfortunately, in life, it's not about reality, but about perception. You see, it's about perception. It's kind of like a rape. It's kind of like somebody who raped someone, who's allegedly raped someone, even though they're found not guilty. It doesn't matter about the truth, but the perception was already made, and the stain is already there. You see, so what really matters is not whether or not you did it, but yeah, guess what? Your reputation is already fucked up. You see, so that's one thing. It's big, especially with women who are successful. You know, especially if you never experienced success. You like when you experience success, man. You proud of that shit, man. You're proud of that shit. But it's going to instill insecurity in people. It's going to, especially in men. If you make a lot of money, it's best to not say how much money you make. It's best to let the guy pay for it. You know, I got that from a YouTuber. We're actually gonna do a collaboration. I got a message here. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Fuck, she's gonna think I'm an asshole. Oh, that asshole! Look at him. Just because he got a lot of subscribers now, he doesn't want to message me. No, I'm kidding. But that's one of the things that it says. It says, don't treat everyone the same, or else you'll be making a mistake. With those above you, don't outshine them, or else you'll be making the worst mistake. You see, and it's one of those instances that you just want to out. It's not that sometimes you don't even want to out. And now look, this is big. This is big. This is big. Especially if you're a beautiful woman and most of your friends are not as attractive as you are. Man, that's big. Oh man, you're oh my goodness, you better be careful, man. Don't be too prideful how you look, man. Don't look too fucking hot relative to your friends. That is not good. You're gonna make your friends feel insecure. They know, man. They know. They know they're not as good looking as you are. And here you are, but here you are flaunting your beautiful boobs. Oh my goodness, looking all sexy and shit. And of course, I'm gonna have to ignore your friends. I might have to. At least act like I'm like not ignoring them. Hey, what's up? Man. Hey, how are you? Back to you. Like, it, again, and it's something that, okay, you have those people who are overly insecure and you cannot do nothing about them. Those people. Everyone knows those people. Like the overly insecure people who will find a reason to be insecure. Oh, little doggy limping. Who will find a reason to be insecure. And those people you just cannot give a fuck. Those people who are naturally insecure and will find a way to bitch about. For the normal people and people who you value in your life, you have to find that medium where you're successful and you're attractive, but you don't want to make them feel shitty next to you. You don't want to do that. All right. Yeah, man. Let me see. Let me check out this. Maybe some comments. But yeah, dude. Like, oh, by the way, if anyone wants to support the channel on Patreon, I do accept donations. Again, the revenue is starting to suck ass. I'll tell you that. It's kind of disappointing, to be quite honest with you. I use that to pay the rent. But so if you are interested in supporting me on Patreon, you can just go to the link. It's actually on the description. It's on patreon.com/ma20. You can check it out, right? You can donate $1, $2, $10,000. I won't judge you, Actually, I will. If you give me $10,000, man, I'm gonna love you, man. I'll love you. Ooh, Lord in heaven, have mercy. I will love you. Your perception of me will change. I'll change my perception of you. Oh man, but yeah, man, it's for example, like let me show you an example of like people outshining the master, like Shaq and Kobe. You guys don't watch basketball, but like Shaq and Kobe. Kobe was a young guy. Shaq was the established guy. Kobe wanted to be much better than Shaq. And so that made a conflict where dude, you're young. Calm the fuck down. You have one of the best centers in the league. You got to capitulate to him. He didn't want to do that. You see, so as a result, they broke up. Another one is Kevin Durant and Westbrook. He didn't know his place, Westbrook, and now because of that, Kevin Durant left and he went to a better team. Good example of people not shining the master are when kids praise their parents, even though they had nothing to do with their success. Simply because they praise their parents, it makes their parents feel like they accomplished something, and it validates them. Those are moments when not shining the master helps, and unless they were abusive. You see, those are moments when you have to not give a fuck, where they really are fucked up. There's no reason for you to capitulate and try to help them out. Another one is Pippen and Jordan, where Jordan was the best player and Pippen was the second one. Pippen didn't try to be any better than him or try to get any glory from him. So as a result, they had a good relationship, you see. But if Pippen tried to be the best player in the team, try to get all the attention, of course, there was going to be some conflict in that, you see. So sometimes the wisest thing to do is just lean low, lay low, like keep working on your skill set, keep doing what you're doing. When your moment comes, it's going to come. But because of that, you want to right now use that moment to keep improving. You see, it's kind of like when I lived with my parents. Like, I wanted to fucking move out, but I was like, like it's her rules. I got to do what she says. Like, I'm not trying to outshine her. Like, it's the rules that she says in her house is her rules, and just shut the fuck up and do what you got to do. And I didn't shut the fuck up a lot, but for the most part, I try to do that, right? And so that's what happens when you try to when you try to take control of something that somebody else controls, like controlling somebody else's house that you just moved. That's what shining the master. For example, if you're a girl and you just moved into a man's house and you try to fucking change rules and you try to there's a new order in this house, you're gonna get problems, motherfucker. Like, you gotta lay low, and find out what the rules are, and just lay low, for the moment until your time comes. What's indigo? I never heard of indigo. Never heard of indigo. Oh, yo, by the way, people who support me on Patreon, I'm aware of you guys. I am 100% aware. It's I see you, Diamond. I see your homegirl. And I never heard of indigo. Let me see. I don't do Instagram live chats as well. I don't like that much. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I like doing this. Too many live streams, man. Hey, come on, man. Too many live streams, man. I can't be doing live streams everywhere, man. Um, yeah, I am kind of funny, kinda. And then, let me see. Let me keep watching. And Kim and Kylie, get the fuck out of here. You guys talking about Kim Kardashian? We're not talking about that. Let me see. But yeah, dude, that's it. Let me see how long I've been on this, man. Let me see how long I'm gonna finish this right now. By the way, I'm looking at the quality is amazing, right? It's amazing, right? Like the quality of the audio, even the video. The problem was that because the internet was shitty. You know, I was where I was in a bad connection, and where I am right now in in Red Hook in Brooklyn, it has an amazing connection. So that's why I'm able to do this. And you guys hear the birds chirp, 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 chirp. The birds chirp. You know, birds, like, as cute as they sound, they're fucking assholes, man. Birds are little murderers, man. Birds are little murderers, man. They're assholes. Like chickens too. Chickens are murderers, man. Like they be that, like they always like right. And if they see like a rat, they'll fucking eat that. Man, birds are evil motherfuckers, man. And and that's why I'm like, they're cute, they sound cute, they're like chirp chirp, but they're evil. If they had let me tell you something, man. If birds were huge, like 5 feet tall, they don't need no worms, man. They could just eat us. Like, birds are fucking animals, assholes, man. Like, birds are mini dinosaurs. That's what birds are. They're mini dinosaurs. And anyways, that's why I always tell my friends, like, when they eat chicken, I'm like, oh man, this is a good dinosaur. We're like, stop saying that. Well, it's a good dinosaur, because birds are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were feathered, and only the little ones survived. I think birds are more dinosaurs than I think chickens are more dinosaurs than crocodiles. I believe. I'm not too aware of that. Who knows? Yeah. Let me see. No, because I'm hearing the birds chirping. Somebody's asking me about why I'm talking about birds. I'm hearing the birds chirped, and because I was looking at the birds the other day, I'm like, oh, he's so cute, and I'm like, wait, no, that's an asshole right there, man. Like, little birds kill each other, like when they're in the nest. Like I was watching this video where this asshole little bird was poking at his little brother, sister, doesn't matter, and the little mama bird was trying to give the asshole bird a worm, and like, yo, eat this, don't kill your brother, eat this. And the little evil bird kept poking at it, and the mother didn't do nothing. Like, it literally wanted to kill his brother. And it's like, okay, it's not evil because all of them do it, but fuck that shit, they're assholes. Like, nature's an asshole. Nature's an asshole, man. Nature gives no fucks, man. It's incredible how much nature gives no fucks, man. Yeah, dude, like, we're lucky to be humans, man. We're lucky to be humans. The biggest asshole human is in the animal kingdom is like the nicest person. Well, actually, no, you got Coco the monkey. Coco the gorilla was actually pretty nice, But for the most part, though, most animals that are not like not apes, because like apes are the mountain apes are actually one of the nicest animals. Mountain gorillas, actually one of the nicest and most peaceful animals. But those motherfuckers got fangs, man. They're huge, man. Those motherfuckers could kill you, man. But I did not tell you, man. I'm talking a little bit too much, feeling myself. Anyway, just add some more info attraction.org. Let me see. By the way, let me read some things I'm reading. By the way, it says if I'm vegan, nah, I'm no vegan. Get out of here, man. Can't be vegan. Yeah, they're asking me if I embrace my haircut. Yeah, I embraced the haircut. I embraced it. It's all right, man. It yeah, it's all right. It's okay. There's no complaints about it. It's not. I got some hair now, so it's not as cold as it used to. I was fucking freezing in my head, man. I had a brain freeze. Let me see. Look into this. Why when you do a video why I don't do organized religion anymore? They talk too much, man. They talk too much. And plus, I don't like religion. Like, nah, man. I'm good. Anything that's centralized, or you have like a big guy like a pastor, and you gotta, like you gotta obey what they say, and they can make up their own shit. Like they can say God doesn't like this, and if everyone agrees with it, it becomes real to you. Like oh yeah, like okay, look, churches use shame a lot to get people to do things. And again, I'm not against most church. I'm not shitting on churches, but I'm just saying, from my experience, and again, they're very good. They're well-meaning people. Don't get me wrong though, well-meaning people that they don't realize that sometimes they come off doubt, holier than thou. Now the thing is that the reason why some people are holier. Oh shit! I heard that. The reason they heard that like in better quality. The reason most people act holier than thou is because they believe in those beliefs. They believe that you should behave, but it's very difficult to keep up those standards. And because they know they can't keep it up, they know that, but at the same time, they want to help people out. So as a result, they'll end up looking like hypocrites. And when you point that out to them, they'll get mad. Now, this is one thing I was talking about. Actually, I didn't bring out about the other guy. That when you're dating a guy and you point out his flaws and his hypocrisies and he gets defensive, that's a huge sign that you should not be talking to him. You see, when you notice that he could notice how he reacts to him contradicting himself. When he says don't behave this way and he does it, notice how he reacts when you point it out to him. That's a huge sign right there. And if he's humble enough and accepts it, and I was wrong, he's a good person. But if he doesn't and gets defensive, ignores it, or even tries to change the subject to arguing, you should definitely look up. Be careful. Yeah, that's it, yo. Enough talking for me one day, and bye bye.